gtag.js, what is it? gtag.js is a framework. If you don't know what that means, just think about a bunch of developers sitting in a room, and one of them says, you know what, Google Analytics people? And then they say, what, AdWords people? And they say, you know what we need? And they say, what? We just need one unified way of tracking Google Analytics, of tracking AdWords, of tracking remarketing. And then all of them get up in the room, they jump around for joy, and they say, yes, but what should we call it? And someone says, gtag.js. And everyone cheers, they get in their Ferraris and they go home. That is what gtag.js is. It's a framework that unifies tracking for analytics and AdWords, remarketing, just to name a few. So how does it compare to Tag Manager? And what if you have Tag Manager? Do you need to downgrade to gtag.js or change anything? The answer is no. So Tag Manager is a system, and let me show you. When I say this, I want you to understand it's a system that has a web interface, as we can see, and you can implement tracking scripts through it. And it's not just Google scripts. You have AdRoll, ClickTail, Crazy Egg, whole bunch of other integrations. So how does that compare to gtag.js? gtag.js just for Google properties. It doesn't have a web interface. It is more like a robust version of what we had previous, which is installing Google Analytics on our site like this, and then installing AdWords conversion scripts, and so on. So it kind of just unifies everything. You might have noticed when we installed Google Analytics, up here in the top right, we saw this global site tag. So I worked at an agency for 9 years. Google changed a lot of things all the time. This is a new thing at the time of this video. It's not that hard to think about though, and I'll show you an example. I think this will just make more sense. So let's say we just copy, like we did, our Google Analytics code. And this is a plugin, by the way. It is called, let me just quickly show you what it's called. It's called Header Footer Code Manager. I don't want to go down the route of saying, hey everyone, here's how you do this on WordPress, and alienate everyone else. That's not my goal. This is simply a plugin that has allowed me to better communicate and show you how these different codes work without having to manually install them over and over again. I can just flip them on and off. So we have gtag.js. It was created by simply copying Google Analytics code, okay? And it is live. It's turned on. So let's refresh this page. So you can see we had Google or global site tag before. Now we have Google Analytics. How did that happen? Let's take a look. This line right here, that's all it took. So we could also add another, let's say, I'll just show you real quickly, and then I'll probably do a video that goes a little more in depth. But let's say we are in AdWords here, and then they have this option, the global site tag is already installed on all pages, so then you just really need to copy this. Just watch what happens here. So we don't create a new global site tag. Why did it do that? There we go. Okay, so this is the AdWords, and this is Google Analytics. Hit update. Now watch what happens. Remember? Refresh. So all of a sudden we have Google Ads remarketing tag. So remarketing and Google Analytics are two different things. However, we were able to implement them through gtag.js. So like I said, it's a way of unifying different tracking under one tag, essentially. So we're going to go into more detail about this. Let's just check out the videos below. I'm going to make the most common scenarios, and hopefully they're helpful. But there is a million ways you can implement tracking, and it all depends on your situation.